women could be allowed to serve in British infantry units for the first time by 2016. An Army review of the ban on women serving in close combat has concluded the change would not have an adverse effect on troop cohesion. But more research is needed to assess the physiological demands, a review for the Ministry of Defense, MOD, said. Defense Secretary Michael Fallon said roles should be determined by ability and not gender. He said he hoped to introduce the change subject to some final research over the next year or so. Initial findings are expected in 2016. Real desire. BBC Defence correspondent Jonathan Beale said military sources have told the BBC there is now a real desire among ministers to end the restrictions. Kevan Jones, Labour's Shadow Armed Forces Minister, welcomed the move. Currently women can serve on the front line, but not where the primary aim is to close with and kill the enemy. This means women are not permitted to serve in the infantry or armoured corps. To join an infantry unit at recruitment level, men have to complete run of 1.5 miles in 12 minutes 45 seconds. They then have to complete an annual fitness assessment which involves carrying 25 kilograms, plus a rifle and helmet, over a distance of just under 8 miles in 2 hours, the MOD said. Col Mike Dewar, a military historian who served in Cyprus, Borneo, and Northern Ireland, told the BBC the battle fitness test also required the infantry to pick up another man, with his rifle and equipment, and carry him in a fireman's lift 200 meters. He said upper body strength in 99.9% of women would make it virtually impossible to pass the tests. Countries who currently allow women to participate in close combat roles include the United States, Canada, Denmark, and New Zealand. Maj Judith Webb, the first woman to command an all-male field force squadron in the Army, said women are physically different to men. The presence of weaker soldiers over an extended period could create an effect on our combat effectiveness, she added. But Brig Nikki Moffat, until recently the most senior female officer serving in the Army, has described caution as sexism dressed up as concern. And Dr. Christine Cheng, who lectures in war studies at King's College London, said women in combat roles had been good for armed forces in other countries. Maj Gen Patrick Cordingley, a former commander of the 7th Armoured Brigade, known as the Desert Rats, said the move would be a mistake. He added, "The practicalities of women in the infantry and armoured corps are considerable and should not be overlooked." A defence source told the BBC the well-being of British personnel is of the utmost importance.